We have recently seen that a lot of companies are firing their employees because of AI. And these people who are losing these stable jobs, their career is definitely going to get impacted. It is getting impacted actually. But what if I tell you that it's a loss for these people, but it's a greater loss for these companies as well? What if I tell you this? That firing people is actually costing the companies even more. What if I tell you that if these companies keep on laying off people or keep on firing people, then it can lead to a global economic crisis. It can lead to a global recession. What if I tell you all this? It feels like that companies fire people and it is a profit for company and a loss for the employee. But what if I tell you that it's a loss for everyone? It's for people also, it's for company also, and it's for the global economy also. Yes, this is what is covered in this new research paper that has recently came up, which is known as the AI layoff trap. This is a research paper written by Brett and Gary. These are two individuals from Boston University and UPenn. So these two people have written this paper. Now, they have covered a very interesting AI layoff trap. It's an interesting read. It is kind of like a brain teaser for you. It's a interesting thought exercise for you. But, you should definitely go ahead and check out this paper. I would 100% recommend, and I will also put the link of this paper in the description below. But let me tell you, I personally don't take everything about AI with a pinch of salt, right? I don't basically blindly believe onto everything which is written in this paper or any other paper that I read or any other news that I read about AI, because a lot of nonsense is going around. But this paper was actually very interesting. I don't 100% blindly trust on whatever written in this paper. But again, it's a very good brain teaser. So why not go ahead and see what these people are telling you, right? It's an interesting read. Definitely go ahead and read this paper if you want to. Otherwise, I'll give you the summary of this whole paper in this video as well, right? So let's get started. This paper is of 53 pages. There is some mathematics in between, which you can ignore while if you are planning to read it, right? But go through it once, right? If you are interested in this topic about AI and AI layoffs and all these, happening inside tech and all. If you are interested, you can go through this whole paper as well. Okay, so it took me a couple of hours to read it. Let me just summarize it to you in a short way, right? You can quickly pause the video and go through this abstract. It will give you a basic idea about what this paper talks about. And now I'll give you a basic summary about this paper. Interesting, trust me. And watch it till the end. Watch this video till the end because this is going to be very, very interesting, right? So right now, what we are seeing is that companies are cutting workforce, right? We are seeing already that companies are, firing people, and they are saying that, okay, AI is replacing their support team, AI is replacing their ops team, AI is optimizing the work that dev do. So basically, they need less number of software engineers to do more work. Right? That is what companies are saying. They are saying that the new hiring is lesser as compared to what it used to be, right? So new openings are little lesser. They are hiring less and firing more, right? That's what the companies are doing at this point of time. And most of these companies are doing this because of cost cutting, right? They are trying to cut the cost of their employees. And then what they are doing with cutting this cost? They are investing this into AI, right? Every company today, you will go, every tech company, they are trying to invest money into AI and not on humans. They are trying to reduce the expenditure on humans. They are trying to increase the cost on AI, right? This is what these companies are doing in a nutshell. This is what is happening right now. But everything makes sense over here, right? Now, what these companies are thinking that, okay, we have to pay less in salaries, so we will have more profits, right? Because if you will see clearly, the companies that have laid off employees, right? Whether it's Oracle, Microsoft, Amazon, whatever companies are laying off these employees, all of these companies are resulting in very huge profits already. It's not that these companies are performing bad, that's why they are laying off employees. They are laying off employees despite growing as a company, right? So that's very ironical, isn't it? That companies are doing really well. They are doing better than they used to ever, right? They are doing the all-time best, but still they are laying off employee because they are cutting the salaries and the profits are increasing. This is what it looks like. But let me tell you, this can definitely impact not just the employees, not just the people who are getting affected, but also the companies also indirectly. How? This is what the paper explains. Let me tell you. Suppose if there is an employee, right? So suppose if there is an employee, this is an employee, and suppose there are multiple people out there, right? They work for a company, right? They work for this company. I'm not naming any company over here, but suppose they work for a company. So they are employees. But let me tell you, these employees work for the company, and what they get salary in salary, right? They give work and they get salary. In turn, whatever salary they get, they spend that money, right? These people spend the money on purchasing products for other companies, isn't it? These people purchase products from other companies, right? There are multiple companies. Suppose a person is working, let's take an example. Suppose a person is working a software engineer in Amazon, right? So when Amazon employee is getting some salary, they are doing the work, they are getting some salary. Now this Amazon guy will go on trips also. So he will spend money on airlines, he will spend money on shopping clothes, new clothes, he will spend money on tour and travel, he will spend money on eating food, he will spend money on a lot of other companies are getting impacted, right? So what I am trying to say is, these employees of the company are customers to other companies also, right? And they can be customer for the same company also. So suppose a person is working in Amazon, they are drawing a salary, but this person is also purchasing a lot of things from Amazon itself, isn't it? They are also having Amazon Prime, right? They are taking Amazon Prime subscription. They are using other products of Amazon as well. They are using AWS or whatever products the Amazon has. So what I'm trying to say, the employees are customers also, right? Customers also. So employees are customers of the same company also, or they are indirect customers of the same company, isn't it? So what I'm trying to say is, these people who are getting laid off, they will not be having salary, so their consumption will reduce. That will overall impact all the companies around, including the company which fired them. Do you understand this? Let me tell you, suppose if there is a company like Amazon, right? Amazon gives salary to this person goes and buys ticket from a flight. Suppose, let's say this company buys ticket from Make My Trip, right? So what I'm trying to say, if Amazon is not giving salary, so Make My Trip is getting less revenue, right? Make My Trip is getting less revenue. Indirectly, flights, all these flights are there, Air India, Indigo, Emirates, whatever, right? Those companies are also getting affected. And suppose if these companies also started laying off people, so their employees will not buy products from Amazon also. So what I'm trying to say, that whole ecosystem is getting disrupted, because employee of your company is a customer for some other company, and indirectly a customer for your company as well. This is what I'm trying to explain over here. So what I'm trying to say, this paper covers that, okay, if companies started laying off people and all the companies started doing it, then it will be a loss for the companies as well as the people and as well as for the global economy, right? This is what this paper says. And this is the whole trap that I'm talking about. If every company will think that if I automate, I will win. This is what the companies are thinking, that if this company will automate, they will win, right? This is what every company is thinking. But when all companies start doing that, then the demand crashes. Economy slows down and everyone loses. Right? The demand, because people won't have money in hand, right? They don't have salaries, they don't have money in hand. So they will be very, they will be spending very, wisely. They will be very wiser when they spend money. They will not be traveling unnecessarily. They will not be, purchasing a lot online. They will not be, they would prefer walking and going to street to buy food or buy cheap vegetable rather than ordering it online or something. I'm not sure. They will basically try to save every penny they have, isn't it? So it can overall impact the whole economy. It can slow it down if all the companies started doing it. Now, this is what it says. And it is exactly equivalent to, suppose if you are in a cricket stadium and every person stands up to get a better view. If the person who is sitting, he will just stand up and see that, okay, he will stand up so that he can watch the match clearly. Now what will happen if that person stands up, then the person behind him will also stand up. And then if everybody then stands up, then nobody will get a better view, right? So what I'm trying to say, if everybody stands up to see better in the stadium, in the end, nobody sees better. It will all be same. So this is exactly the same thing happening, right? If all the companies are trying to automate, if all the companies started laying off people, then it will in turn lead to a global crisis. Now, the trap is here. But the paper also says the companies will still do this. Even if these companies are very smart, they know that this can happen, but still they will do this, right? And they are doing this and they will still keep on doing it. Why? What's the reason? Let me tell you the reason. That companies know it's bad, but still they will do it. Why they will still do it? Because if these companies won't automate, their competitors will. If suppose I have a company and I say that, okay, I don't want to use AI, I don't want to automate stuff. But what will happen if I don't automate, my competitor will automate. If my competitor will automate, I am anyways going to lose, right? I will lose myself. So why not do it, right? Suppose if, the problem is that even while knowing all this, they will still do it because everybody is forced in this race. Everybody is kind of forced in this race. Because if they are not even playing, it's even worse. If suppose a company decides, okay, I'm not doing anything inside AI, it's worse for that company itself. So they will have to participate in the race. They are kind of forced to do it, even if they don't want to, right? That's what the whole thing is. Now, even today, when we see people are using AI to code, now they are getting a lot of bugs. Now they are getting a lot of, there are security issues with the code. There are so many problems with using AI inside code. But still companies have to do it and they are doing it. Even despite knowing the problems of it. Because they can't hold back. Because if they don't use AI, then it's a bigger problem for them. So they say that, okay, we'll fix it, but use AI. And they keep on automating stuff. That's what they are doing it. Right? Now, this paper also says that what are the solutions that can be for this problem? So we have understood the problem. Okay, it can lead to a global recession or a global economy impact. But what are the solutions to it, right? The solutions that the paper suggests is, these are the proposed solution. And then they say that they are just checking in the paper. They are just saying that, okay, will this solution work or not? They are just giving their own thesis. The one solution can be upskill everybody or reskill all these people, right? These people don't know a lot of new technical skills, but reskill those people, upskill them. That can help. But the paper suggests that upskilling and reskilling people won't help, right? This is not a proposed solution. It will not help. Even if you upskill certain portion of people, the companies won't stop automating. So the hiring will anyways be less and firing will continue, right? So this is not a solution. Then they propose a solution. Then one solution could be universal basic income. Suppose if I don't have any job, I don't do any job, but I will still get a certain basic income for myself. If suppose everybody gets a certain basic income, right? Certain basic income. If suppose everybody in the world gets certain basic income for themselves to live happily, will that be a solution? So the paper says, I'm not going into a lot of details, but I'm saying the paper says that UBI is also not a solution for it. Got it? Can profit sharing and ESOP, suppose if the company started sharing profits with the employees, right? Or giving ESOPs to the employees, will that help? No, this won't also help because it does not, it does not stop automating stuff. It does not stop firing. It does not stop anything, right? The AI race will continue going on. The other solution, probable solution could be that let it be a free market, right? The free market will fix everything, right? Let everything be free and it will fix everything. But the paper says that if you implement this, right, if you let the market free, then it will be a bigger problem. It will be even more disastrous, right? So this is what the paper says. Now, basically, the individual smart decision can lead to a collectively stupid outcome. What does this mean? So see, if you look from a company's point of view, so the companies are basically cutting down their cost. Nothing harm in it, right? Companies and businesses often do this, right? They will try to optimize on everything they can. If they can move the process faster, if they can automate stuff, they will 100% automate it. It's a win for a company. It's a very big achievement for a company. And it's a very smart decision for a company also. But when a single company is doing, it's a very smart decision for that individual company. But every company, if started doing this thing, then what will happen? It will become a collectively stupid outcome, right? Then the outcome will be collectively stupid. This is what I'm trying to say, that the individual company may be making a smart decision, but the collective overall outcome is very stupid, right? It can happen. Cool. Now, these all solutions don't work, but there is one solution that can work, and now I'm going to cover that, right? It's an interesting solution, and that solution is automation tax, right? Automation tax. What is this automation tax? Automation tax is that suppose if a company is automating a lot, suppose if a company is reducing their human workforce a lot, suppose if one company uses AI a lot and it replaces humans with engineers, so there a tax should be introduced that if a company is trying to do a lot of automation, they have to pay more taxes. This is a probable solution. Now, will this solution stop AI? No. This solution doesn't stop AI, but this will stop the overuse of AI. And I have written a maybe over here because we don't know, right? So this is a proposed solution that there should be an automation tax. If one company is doing a lot of automation, then there should be more. They should be taxed more. The more the company is automating, the more they would be taxed. This can be a proposed solution that can happen. But to introduce an automation tax, it's not very easy. It doesn't seem to be very practical because there are a lot of, governments needs to, interfere, and there will be a lot of chaos if that happens. What type of rules and a lot of things, right? It's not very clear. But this is one possible solution that they propose. And the paper says that if this happens, then this tax can be one possible solution that can fix this thing. Now, it's a very brain teaser kind of a thing. Don't take everything that you read online about AI or in papers or anything blindly. And even I don't do that. I don't 100% believe into whatever is written in this paper also, but it was a very good brain teaser, isn't it? So this is all in this paper. Now, my question is, what do you think about this, right? Write down in the comments. I want to know your perspective over this whole thing. Because see, nobody knows. Even if today in this video, I tell you something about AI that, okay, after AI, this will happen, after AI, that will happen. Or if some other influencer or if some other creator is also coming up and saying that AI aayega to ye ho jayega, AI will replace engineers, AI will do this, AI will do that. All that thing is just, their own opinions that they present. Nobody knows actually what will happen. Okay. So, every day there is something new which comes up in AI. So take everything that you read about AI with a pinch of salt. Don't trust anyone blindly, even me. Don't trust me also blindly. Just use your common sense first. And even this paper claims a lot of things and it says a lot of things, but I'm not sure, right? I don't blindly, trust anything that I see or read, but it was a very good brain teaser. That is what I want to say. I want to read your opinions, your comments about this whole thing. And if you are interested, go ahead and read this full paper, right? It will be very much interesting for you also. I will give you the link in the description. But don't forget to like this video and comment down what do you think about this whole paper. What do you think about automation tax? And do you think that this is ever going to happen? Will companies keep on firing employees? Keep on firing employees till we hit a global economy, crisis. So we don't know yet. The future will tell. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. Namaste.